Hey everyone, it's Donald. I hope you guys are all having a good one. So I kind of want to go over obviously what this page was created for, what this page is about. It looks like we're probably gonna start carrying some other products because we gotta make sure we can get machines up and running no matter the brand. Um, so obviously, if you guys have been looking at some of the comments that were made recently from my initial review of opening the Blue Alpine machine, many people obviously were taken back or taken offense to it, whatever. Um, I have always opened the machines. I've always talked about how things could be improved or what issues I see with machines. And after doing more testing with the current machine that is kind of being used, I see more and more of maybe some issues that are coming along. I'm not here to necessarily promote any machine, right? I'm here to let you know the machines that work, in my opinion, the ones I haven't had issues with are the ones that work best. Am I affiliate? I've gone over this many, many, many times, right? I'm not an affiliate with Harvest Right. I was one with Blue Alpine, but obviously they canceled that. I would have been canceling it anyway because I cannot support what I'm currently seeing out of the company. I don't agree with their current business practices of pre-selling large machines when they aren't even fully developed, all that type of stuff, right? I am an affiliate with Stay Fresh. I've never hidden that fact. You guys have seen the videos I made with Stay Fresh. You've seen the videos I made with Harvest Right. You guys will see more and more videos of the Blue Alpine machine as I'm currently just waiting for the video to upload. I got to make sure it actually, I got to look at it because it's looking kind of weird on my side. But I will be posting that video. I've just failed a vacuum test with that machine. I'm not a fan of how you can go about testing the machine. I'm not a fan of all that stuff. I'm not a fan of how I got to go in and try finding the issues with machine as well, with vacuum and everything else. Because of the way the machine is set up, I have to leave panels on in order to do testing. But in order to find the leaks or whatever issues, I need the panels off. So I can't expect an average consumer to maneuver stuff the way that I'm going to have to maneuver stuff and have a panel that from the back panel, like sitting on the side and, the side panel, because the way the vacuum hose is set up, they're going to have to leave those on. There's just a lot of stuff that I'm not a fan of the way the machine's set up, even if fixes need to happen or finding the fix. And I'm going to have to do that. And I'm going to work on it tonight, tomorrow, trying to figure out where the vacuum leak is on this machine. I know I talked to the company. They sent me an upgraded hose, and the hose still sucks in when it's on vacuum. The drain tube sucks in. You guys have seen by now, right? The hoses I sell that are compatible with the Harvest Right machine don't suck in. They're high quality, all that type of stuff. And so in turn, that's one thing I talked to Blue Alpine about when we were even talking about this machine is it needs to have high quality hoses, all that stuff. When I was identified by somebody else that the hose was sucking in, I made that comment to them that I will be looking at how to fix that. I was informed they fixed it by changing out the hose. I've changed the hose out and it still sucks in. And the drain valve hose sucks in. So there's some hoses, in my opinion, that most likely need to be adjusted. I will verify if those are having leaks. I will try my best to see if those are having leaks. Still not a fan of the hose. I don't care at all if that's not the leak point. Like, I don't think we should have hoses that are sucking in and collapsing or anything like that. There's less chance of air flowing through and everything else. I've looked at the settings of the machine, right? More in depth looking at settings. And I've talked to multiple companies now that make freeze dryers, to include industrial freeze dryers. And the way the settings look to be set up in the machine, and obviously I can't do a run right now, but because I have to figure out the vacuum leak because it's not going to work. The way the settings are set up is like 1875 mTOR is like the standard, right? We all were throwing fits about Harvest Right changing the mTOR standard from 500 all the way up to 1500. And if you watch some people's videos that managed to get higher mTORs, they messed with their machines to make that happen. The food didn't look as good and it looked more dehydrated. So in turn, that right there is probably my assumption off of obviously stuff that other people have done. And if you watch, I think it's Fill Up 48,000 Feet, I believe that's who it was. He did that test, and the quality just doesn't look like it's all there. So obviously there's really questions about that stuff. And nobody, right? Harvest Right, Stay Fresh industrial company that I've recently talked to that's getting ready to release a home freeze dryer. Looking forward to that one very much to test and everything. They're not freeze drying at over 1,000 some mTOR. None of those companies are. Harvest Right, obviously, you're supposed to fix your machine if you have high mTORs, is what Dan, the CEO, when I talked to him, said they're supposed to fix those issues. It's identified, it will let the machine run, but they're supposed to fix those high mTORs. A vacuum, approved vacuum at this machine is 1175. I think it's 1125. And that's not a standard by any means on any company. So I'm gonna have a hard time doing the fixes, right? You can't turn the freeze on and the vacuum on at the same time, which is how I do testing on every machine. But the settings won't let me do it. I cannot find them anywhere else. So I will freeze the machine down. I will then vacuum it. Unfortunately, the vacuum only stays on for 10 minutes. I'm hoping I can just click the vacuum again. Last time I was in a fail and I obviously was finishing a video so I will probably be able to, my guess is, hit the button, put it back on the vacuum, and then keep trying to find where the leak is and everything. So that's kind of the goal. The plan is to record, and it might be a super long recording, but I want people to see what I'm looking for when it comes to leaks. I reached out to another person who does repairs for a freeze dry company, for the company itself. And me and him think it could be the door gasket because of the way the door gasket's set up on the machine. It could be hoses because they're not high quality hoses or anything like that. They're typical stuff you can buy at Lowe's. That's kind of what they've promoted, that they want people to be able to buy locally at Lowe's or whatever. However, you want a high quality machine that runs and works. So this isn't meant as a bash, as I've told you guys. I want machines for you guys that are gonna work, that work good, that freeze dry your food as best as possible, as fast as possible. I think we have, in my opinion, the Harvest Right. Once you do the fixes that we do, the demister is saving people a ton of time. I haven't had people complain to me directly about the demister. I've had people write back to say that they love it. But if you're having issues, definitely make sure you reach out. Like, I don't want you having parts or whatever that you don't think help or anything else. But if you have the vacuum parts fixed, you have the vacuum hose fixed, and you're using a demister, I'd be really surprised if you weren't seeing better dry time for sure. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this particular issue going on. I will try posting another video once we get it fixed. I will verify this video I'm trying to post right now for the vacuum fail. It gets posted, all that type of stuff. So just trying to make a video so that way while it was uploading on YouTube. So I appreciate it. I will get this figured out. I will figure out where we're leaking, all that stuff. We will get this machine up and running like I told you guys we would. I wasn't expecting the speed bump that I'm seeing, but we will get this machine up and running. We will get it tested. We will test it at 525 mTOR setting because that's what is standard in Stay Fresh Harvest Right. I don't compare an apple to an orange. I compare apples to apples as best as we can, which is a freeze dryer to a freeze dryer, not random. This company wants to create new mTOR goals and all that type of stuff. I don't do that. Once the evidence is there by many companies that say, hey, the food's good for 25, 30 years, all that stuff at 1,800, 2,000 mTORs or whatever, then, hey, the scientific evidence is there, but I'm not taking it from this company. That being said, it's believed from multiple people I've talked to, and myself included, that we believe some of the oil issues where the oil has to be changed very, very often with this machine could have to do with the higher mTORs, and most likely the oil's doing a lot of work or whatever, but there's also a higher chance of water getting into that oil and all that type of stuff because it's just not maybe a high quality vacuum, not sure, or it's just not high quality like making sure it's down to a low mTOR and all that type of stuff, right? So the company claims they don't want to use Teflon tape and all this other stuff. I will be tearing apart this machine. I will be doing Teflon tape if I need to. I will figure out what to do to make this machine run the best possible. And then we will make videos on how to make your machine run the best possible. So it's going to take time. I promise you it's going to take time. But it is a priority of mine to try figuring out this new machine. So you guys take care. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support that you guys have been providing. If you can leave a comment down below if you have any questions about what's going on. If you're there just to complain, hey, cool, complain. Sorry. But you guys take care. Have a good one.